right, guys, we're at part 2. Thank you for joining us. The link for part 1, channeled messages, will be in the description down below. We're going to get a shuffle and get the Tarot de la Nuit. Oops. Guess we better get you out of the Tarot de la Nuit. All right. Let's see what's happening here. Thank you all for joining us. We know that we're getting ready, right? We're going to have our solar eclipse, and then we're going to have the 21st and the winter solstice, and we're getting ready to enter 2021. We're doing a lot of work right now, guys. We're doing a lot of work. I'm excited for the solar eclipse. I'm always excited for the sky, being with the sky, loving the sky, hanging with the sky, existing with the sky. Such magical wonder. 7 of Pentacles. It's all about growth right now, and this growth hurts. She's scratching off her skin. She's been working hard at this ballet. She's working with her rhythms, her cycles, the seasons. She's working hard at, you know, making this one of the most beautiful ballets ever of her life. This is an incredible metaphor. And look at the red slipper she holds within her hand. She's accepted so much of her sensuality in order to get to where she's going and be an incredible dancer. But now she's literally morphing out of her skin. The part of the transformation she's in, she wants out of her skin. That's how deep this growth is. But it's allowing us to paint a beautiful picture because we're healing from our heartache. The 3 of Swords is this wounding. It's causing the disconnect. It's causing the separateness. It's causing us to listen to the 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands charge, but we're not going to do that. We're going to understand that this is about balance, and balance being restored through the earth. Setting things right. So we're going to create anew. We're going at this from a fresh approach. This may hurt, but we're going to create now in a different way. We're going to have a fresh approach. Look, she's dancing here, but now she's painting. She's switched gears. And that's going to allow her to see the positive in the negative situation. There's the 9 of Wands. We've restored balance. We've added the positive to the negative to keep going. And it's like, we're so tired, we're so tired, we're so tired. We add the positive to the negative. Bam! We're ready to go. And the Queen of Cups is here to help us because we're transforming from within to without. That lotus is expanding. And she's helping that lotus to expand from within to without. With her gifts. With her connection to the all. With her understanding. She's understanding that we need to switch gears and have a fresh approach in order to continue to make that lotus bloom. And she's not getting lost in here. We're not getting lost in the masculine. We're not getting lost in how we're creating. She understands it's what we're creating. So she put it back in the all. She gets it. Her gears, her shifters are not broken. And when our shifters and gears get broken, it's hard for us to shift. That's why a lot of people like smoking pot or drinking or doing something, because it helps us, the shifters. But we're doing this with self. We're learning how to do this with self. Whatever's being reflected back to us is helping us to understand this. Even that cup that the devil's offering, remember, we're understanding it's all an experience to create where we're going. But we're going to get to where we're going. We're not going to keep using things as an excuse. Over time, that excuse falls away and that excuse has less weight. And guys, too, we have to heal with some of this wording, too, this verbiage, you know, like, you know, excuse and ego and surrender and like all these words, like they can make us feel feelings. Well, we're just going to look at it for what it is. We're going to remove that charge, that active charge, and just look at it. We're going to sit beside it and look at it. And This has to do with what's being reflected back to us. The Page of Swords right now is connected to what's being reflected back to us. And it's our truth. It's our truth with the swords. It's our truth with the swords. And our connection to our restoration of innocence from within to without. And that's what's allowing this lotus to bloom. This is going back in time, and this is loving that orphan that is within. Remember, this is connected to our last reading and understanding what that means. That we're always looking for this love without, and we're gonna feel some sort of way, but it's stopping everything and going within and loving that child within, loving the ego, that voice, whatever that is, that wound, loving it better, loving it and healing it better, so that you can grow, you can transform, you can have your 10 of Cups. You found your purpose. You go from feeling like this within with the 6 of Cups to feeling like this within. You're allowing yourself to create a sacred space within for your soul to expand in. You've given yourself permission. See, here within, we're lost, but the light is still here. You can even see the imagery, how we're feeling. It's very sad. It's very lonely, depressing, right? But here, we've activated, because of the Queen of Cups, and our connection to the all and creation and expansion, right? We're going to expand what we're doing within. And we're going to create this space within, and we're going to give ourselves permission to do so. But first and foremost, we have to speak our truths. We have to activate our truths from within to without. And this has to do with the Fool and a fresh approach. Look, we're going to do this. We're going to create this space within. And look at the Fool working away to create that space for us to expand within. And when we expand within, we're going to expand to without. And that's what the seed is doing within, and it's going to grow to without. And this all ties back to the vision that they showed me. And when we were speaking the last time we met up, I was talking about how, you know, I went into the shape of the 2 tetrahedrons coming together to form the shape of unconditional love in the shower. And they showed me that a seed was being planted within my womb, and then it was going to be birthed and expand. And that's what's happening. We're expanding from within to without, this room for our soul, and our soul is going to grow. It's like, you know, our soul had a rebirth in there, and now it's gonna grow and expand, and it's beautiful. Spectacular. All right. Let's get a little confirmation right here. Yeah, the 3 of Cups. It's all about the 3 of Cups right now. The 3 of Cups is connected to the Ace and the 5 of Swords and how we're going to heal. And it's connected to the King. And the King of Swords is going to help us heal from our separateness. That's where we're going to go from the 4 to the 3. The masculine's going to help us to achieve this by what we're understanding in this cup. And the 5 of Swords, like, look at the 5 of Swords is where we're self-sabotage. We're attacking self at this point. It's like, I don't even feel like some of us can see that we're attacking our own self. But this is activating new patterning, and it's patterning of our truth that's going to allow this metamorphosis. This is our connection between the masculine, the feminine, the child, the body, the mind, and the soul, and the heavens and the earth through self. This is big. And now we have the Queen. We've activated the King and the Queen. We've got counterparts. So we've achieved wholeness. And this is allowing us to have a new perception, and it's not a perception that attacks self. Remember, we're healing another level of self. We're doing ego work. We're working with the child. So we're not going to attack self with the mind anymore. And this has to do with that social conditioning, that programming. We're going to heal with that. So we have counterparts in order to do so. So we're going to heal with our perception, and it is the 3 of Swords. Okay? And now look, we do expand. But we're expanding through the earth with balance by seeing through our illusions. And there's where the rebirth happens. It happens when we see through our illusions and we allow ourselves to expand. And we're going to do so, and we're going to expand with the energies of the world. We're going to understand balance. Like, it's like we're an activated superhero. It's like we've activated our superhero-ness. But it's humbled, right? We have a humble charge. But we're going to read the Three of Cups quickly. The meaning of this Three of Cups, and it's definitely something is happening with music, with harmony, with symphony and healing. The unspoken languages are working with us to heal with us, communicate with us, and really allow this expansion to where we're going. Three of Cups, I am here to be celebrated. Traditionally, the Three of Cups expresses the joy of female friends meeting and raising their cups in celebration. Precious in and of itself. And boy, this reminds me of where we started off with the Three of Cups, and she was playing with her friends in the forest. But I wish to bring an additional dimension to the sacred journeying together through ritual, and that's because we're now in the Starman Tarot. Thank you to the Starman Tarot for helping us today. My wife and I have long been fascinated by various guided practices involving modalities such as dance and movement, voice and music making, visualization, and breathing techniques. When we come together with a specific intention and use methods to release blockages while raising our energy and sensitivity, we open and access states that are heightened because of those present. And here's the message, everybody, and this is how we're going to heal. We're going to implement this. Remember, this is old and new at the same time. There is a harmonic resonance occurring in these situations. It's a flame, and the flame is lit. And one person passes the fire onto another. The whole group is lifted into a new height and potential. And this is what we're doing, Starseeds and Twin Flames. Here we see three women kneeling, their arms raised in a state of ecstasy, surrendering to the golden elixir pouring forth from the three cups. The divine essence showers them. This all-encompassing energy is given by two gold-infused hands, suggesting providence chooses when we receive transformation. There's another key piece of information. Possibly of an ecstatic transformation being latent, just waiting for the right conditions to manifest. And that's what we're doing. The Starman Tarot has many references, both symbolic and literally visualized, to the elixir of life, and that's the sweet nectars in our connection. In particular, its connection to gold and alchemy. The ancient Chinese believed in ingesting long-lasting precious minerals such as jade. Gold, of course, was especially potent and drinkable. A drinkable form prepared for in 200 BC. Whether its consumption produced long lives filled with ecstasy is questionable, but the American author Gordon Wasson, along with his wife Valentina, played a key role in bringing magic mushrooms into the public domain. Everyone, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this word. This is what they did, okay? And they played a key role in bringing magic mushrooms into the public domain. And we know what this has meant for society and healing, and understanding that there is plant medicine, there is ancient healing techniques, but we're expanding anew. And the golden ages is going to look much like the old meets the new, but it's through the present moment. And as your very soul may feel like it's being seized and shaken until it tingles, we know that magic mushrooms, psilocybin, it's helping the neurotransmitters rewire in the brain from trauma. And it's where we've split ourselves in order to protect ourselves. We're going to come back together as one. And that's what this is symbolizing. This is symbolizing using medicines that allow us to heal our separateness and come back together as one, and honoring plant medicines and what they do to allow people to heal with and from. We get to honor this. We get to celebrate this. This is indeed historically the intention of ecstatic experiences, such as those who partook in the sacraments in the predominantly female Dionysus mysteries, was to produce a dramatic revolution and revelation in the self, escaping the confines of heredity and one's place in society to return to the primordial nature and be shaken free. And that's what we're doing. Everything we've discussed, it's coming to life in the Three of Cups, in the Starman Tarot. Thank you very much to David DeLeangelis and Esther DeLeangelis, this married couple that have created the Starman Tarot. We know its connection to David Bowie. And music. Look, guys, music is the running theme today. Music, it's the theme, okay? That's why I don't sing it and I dance. The economy of ecstasy has recently risen in the commercial hubs of entrepreneurial and technological activity, like Silicon Valley, where a growing number of professionals microdose on psychedelics to enhance focus and creativity. Doctors and trainers alike call upon a shared, ecstatic state to move teams and individuals to new heights of performance and success. In many ways, the realms of ecstasy have been hijacked by the psychology of peak performance. Shared peak experiences create amazing bonds between people, lasting a lifetime, a true sisterhood and brotherhood, encouraging us to explore the power of togetherness and inviting us to connect with energy of shared celebration, to dance the great dance of life together, one movement universe. So it's universe. And really, guys, I'm not saying go out and do a whole bunch of mushrooms and get all freaking high. That's not what this is saying. That's not what this is about. This is metaphorically speaking, but we're still honoring plant medicine. But what this is saying is that this is going to allow us to return to a natural state and to heal and to honor connection, to honor this natural connection. And, you know, we can share a togetherness in encouraging us to explore a togetherness, to share and connect to this energy. And you know what? If you do explore plant medicines, it's not in a getting high clubbing setting to go and, you know, go down that slippery slope. This is done in a professional environment. It's done with people that, you know, are there to help you to expand with, so you understand what's happening. It's like therapy, and it's done properly. And when it's done, you know, properly in a proper setting, it's transformative. But, you know, many of us have experienced just getting high with a friend, you know, or at the club or at the lake, you know, popping a whole bunch of shrooms, and we're just all whacked out and we don't know what the F's going down. And, you know, we're like, I'm never doing that again. This is understanding we're healing from drugs. We're also healing from drugs and what that looks like. And we're not casting that stone and throwing that stone anymore. That's not going down and going up in new earth. This is understanding we're honoring medicines of all sorts and what they can do. And yes, we do need help healing here sometimes on our path. And we're allowed to have help. We can honor that. It's just, when does this come out of balance? When is this out of whack? And, you know, anything can come out of balance and out of whack. You could be having, you know, a cup of wine to enjoy your Friday night souffle and beautiful, you know, incredible dinner. Or you can be pounding back a bottle of wine every day. Or you could start off your morning with a bottle of wine. That's unbalanced. And that's what I mean is what's in that cup. It's can be a multitude of things for a multitude of reasons at a multitude of times that the devil is offering us at any given time throughout our lifetime. And we don't want to judge and cast stones because we don't ever know if we're going to be actually drinking from the same cup that other person we're judging is drinking from in our life. We're just doing what's right because we got to do what's right. And this is about a togetherness. This is about healing from the past through what, the building of the future in the present moment. We just got to hang tight, guys. We got to hang tight. And this is really saying that if you are manifesting around arrogance and a lack of empathy for others or those who are struggling in life, then there's a healing that needs to happen there. And this is also having a connection to a tendency to overindulge, becoming addicted to hedonistic pleasures while everything else falls apart around us, and aversion to challenges because we just want to roll with the good times. And see, we're not facing our shadows. We're not rolling with the good times. We are facing what we need to face because we're creating the good times. This is a deep message. This is where fucking shit gets real, guys. Like, you know what? This is where it actually gets real. Looking at it for what it is. Like, sometimes the truth stings and hurts. This is seeing through our illusions. This is what it looks like. Messages like this, right here. And it's straight truth. Because what this is going to help us with is to connect with the energy of shared celebration, raising our vibrations with others, enjoying the moment with friends, a satisfying communion. Because in reverse, it's overindulgence of the finer things that life has to offer, and we're withdrawing from society, failure to fulfill our dreams. So this is our connection to the Four of Cups, because we're feeling like this because we have no personal space. We're constantly at the beck and call of others, becoming the martyr, always sacrificing our own needs for others. A group cause. Feeling disconnected, alienated, nobody understanding us, avoiding life through seeing the highs, needing permission from others, and not trusting our own intuition. We're not trusting self here. We're going to do some solar plexus healing. And this is really a time that we're going to move forth with that universe through the connection to our universe and the whole universe. We're going to feel it, guys. We're going to feel it. Remember, we're getting ready. All right, let's see. What are we working with here? What are we working with? No, don't feel it. Okay. The 6th house, of course. A full-time job serving, do a little at a time. It's our service to others and what's good for us in our work. And it's connected to our purpose. It's connected to what we're creating within the 10 of Cups. This has to do with our daily habits and routines. What are we doing? We're working with the fourth house, how we nurture ourselves, how we support ourselves. And it's connected to our home base, our family. So we're going to be putting in place new routines that are going to help us support our family and work with like our home base. This could also be doing work with the root chakra as well. And it's with Virgo, it's helping us to be in service of others, analyze things. We're going to look at the details. We're going to be methodical about this process and how we're going to implement this everyday patterning, because it is about our destiny and our career. It is our connection to the 10th house, the 10 of Cups, and what we came here to do, our responsibility, our success, where we're going. But it has everything to do with who we are, how we're connecting to the earth. It's the connection to the first house and our desires and our actions. And now what we're going to do and what we're going to do on our own as we realized we're still connected. There is like a healing from separateness through understanding we all have a unique universe. And then there's also a healing from not feeling separate because understanding we're all connected. But it's just untwisting things and seeing how it actually works. We're taking it for what it is here. For whatever is happening, we're taking it for what it is, and we're understanding how we interact with our environment. Something's changed. We've seen something, and it has to do with the unspoken energies. It's like we are connecting and creating and vibing with them, and we understand vibration. Something has changed. We've healed with vibration here. We're understanding sound. We're working with sound. We're healing with frequency. We're understanding frequency. This has so much to do with what's unseen. Okay. Guys, I love it. This what's being activated has so much to do with what's unseen. Of course. Because we're creating. And we know we're shape-shifting. And Gaia is nurturing us. And we're in a time of blessings, everybody. We're in a time of blessings, and we're just going to watch things unfold. Remember, we're going to watch that lotus unfold. We're just going to shift gears as needed. All right, let's receive our message of harmony. Harmony. Music. Ah, music. What would life be like without it? It's not something that we humans invented. Rather, music has been around since time began. Subtle and dramatic textures of sound have existed as long as there have been beings that could hear them. For our ancient ancestors paying close attention to sounds, rhythms, and vibrations from the environment, this helped them to survive. Of course, it has also been compelling for humanity to create music through our own voice and musical instruments. Guys, I love music like it's another person, like it's another being. And the incredible part about music is well, you can dance to it, and it says what we can't say, right? It's just wow. And understanding the healing benefits of music. As we have evolved, so have the instruments we've created, some of which, when played, mimic the music of the natural world. Where there's more than one instrument played, or two or more people singing, the resulting harmonies blend into one unified sound that is pleasing to the ear. If the notes are out of sync, there is a notable dissonance that can be disturbing. And this is much like we're doing. So we're going to find some universal truths, and they're going to be like the base chords, right, that we're creating with. And then we're going to expand off them depending upon what this song's going to be like. And guys, this is a whole album. This is a whole healing album. Humanity needs a whole healing album. Part 1 to part 2, maybe. We have to remember this too, that, guys, we are creating harmonies with one another. And we might need to seek some discomfort to create them. And what does that mean? And that also means that's how we're healing from hierarchy. Hierarchy and dominance is, it's my way or the highway. We're creating like this, and you guys all fall down here. You guys all just, we're doing it this way. When we are in alchemy, when we are going to create in this manner, then in a harmony, it's going to be about the alchemy. So there's going to be a negotiation. There's going to be a give and a take and a give. Here we see two women with stringed instruments creating a harmonious blend. They're so absorbed in their playing that they appear to be in a trance, as if they're simply allowing the music to flow through them. And this is connected to what's natural. This is a time of considerable harmony for you, one where the various elements in your life are flowing together smoothly. Just as in a musical harmony, it is the interface of these elements that merge into a cycle of symmetry and balance that evokes feelings of harmony. The challenge is to sustain this inner accord even when there is a considerable dissonance outside of your own mind, heart, and body. So there it is, guys. We're already getting the message. We're getting set forth with a challenge. This is not something to dread. This is something to look forward to. And it's also to be excited about, because look, we're warned. We are getting insight into the future so that when we have it, we can be in the, high, like the high priestess mode. And we can just go and pause. We can observe and then we can respond rather than react. So we're going to note the sensations, emotions, and thoughts we experience when everything seems to be moving along well. Take 3 deep breaths and let your breathing be the anchor that reminds you of the state of consciousness. Whenever you perceive chaos around you, know that it is a mirror for your inner turmoil. When you recognize this, take 3 or more breaths so to bring forth the memory of those moments when your life was working like a symphony. And guys, this works because we're activating the natural coding within our body, the patterning that we've been creating with. And it's just like when, you smell that smell that's like, oh my goodness, that smells like dinner my mom used to make, and you're so happy. It's the same thing. Then every time you exhale, you're releasing the energy of your internal state of harmony into the world, and it will have amazing effects. So when we exhale, we're going to release what's natural, and this is going to help us expand. When you recognize this, take 3 or more breaths to bring forth the memory of those moments when your life was like a symphony. Then every time you exhale, you're releasing the energy of your internal state of harmony into the world, and it will have amazing effects. And this is going to help with our expansion. Holy mamma mia, I'm telling you. All right, one more. We're just going to close it out with the Wild Unknown Tarot and say goodbye. That's spectacular. Just spectacular. All right, La Luna's helping us to achieve what we need to achieve. We're climbing the stairway. I love it. We're climbing the stairway to heaven. We're climbing the stairway towards our purpose, towards our 10 of Cups. But look at these stairs are wands. Remember, it's about healing with force. It's about action. And look at how much smaller they get the closer we get to the new moon. This has to do with that new moon promise. Something's being activated with it. This is connected to the ring and within the void. And it has to do with the Father of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Wands. And what we're manifesting is our 10 of Cups. Through the 2, I kid you not. This is spectacular. Through the balance. And the King of Pentacles is right here, sitting with the Chariot, helping us to go home, right? Ease tension. Restore the motion. Love, light, and healing energy sent your way to create with today, guys. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.